welcome to the vlog, y'all. Oh, girl, yes, I put in my own wig. I'm not gonna call it an install because I just feel like, I didn't do much, you know what I mean? But yes, girl, this is how she's looking. This was a previous wig. I don't think I posted that vlog. I'm not sure if I did or not, but this was a previous wig that I had ordered on Amazon because, girl, I'm not a wig girly that, like, she's about like that long. I haven't cut nothing on the ends or nothing, but I wanted her to look as natural on me as possible. So I didn't do a lot of plucking up here, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, and most people's, like, well, I'm not gonna say most people, but a lot of people's hairlines would be fuller, you know what I mean? So I left that, like, pretty much, I plucked it a very, very smidge, like barely you could even tell anything. And then I just did like one little, because I don't like the huge, like, baby hairs and all that stuff for that. So I tried to do this. I will say I like this a little bit better than what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to do a little wispier, but girl, yes, side part, maybe a little flatter, but at the same time, I feel like because it's not straight, I don't know how flat I would want it, you know what I mean? Because I didn't really take the time to really flat iron it. I just kind of like passed through it a little bit just to, you know, keep it cute, girl. But yes, this is the wig for a little bit. I was really, like, craving sounds like a food type thing, but like I just really wanted that, like, yeah, I just wanted like a little extra length, and I just wanted, you know, a little blowout moment like that. I took my braids down. I had the fro for a little bit. I flat twisted my hair down, and honestly, like, everybody was like saying how the ebon glue isn't that great and stuff like that. Granted, I'm not doing anything like outside or anything like that right now. I'm not like in the heat, so I'm not sweating crazy right now. But I also used what Ekane said, which was like a very, like, whenever you use any glue, she used bold hold, but like, you know, using a thin amount, like not to make it too thick. So as of right now, I like the ebon glue and stuff like that. And I mean, again, I'm not expecting any wig to stay on for weeks on weeks on weeks. You know, I understand I have to touch it up and stuff like that, but also I used, you can kind of see right here though, like, I'm gonna probably have to cut that little bit of the ball cap over there. I tried to just put the edges on it. I mean, it's not bothering me, and I mean, again, this is my first one, so I'm not too pressed about it. Somebody's like, oh my gosh, did you see that? Blah, 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 blah. Girl, boo. But, you know, I just felt like I wanted to be a little more cutesy, you know? So I put the wig in, and, you know, this is about to be my go-to wig, girl. Ooh, so cute. Babe, I love you. So, yeah. But welcome to the vlog, y'all. Welcome. I don't know what we're gonna get into yet. Don't know the vibes, but just rock out with me. Rock out, rock out. Spinning round and round and round in my head. Same day, by the way, y'all. Actually, it may be like an hour or two later. I'm at Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, guys. It's, girl, that's woo is. Girl, I'm sorry. I'm just a baddie. She had Betty with her Betty friends. But I am at Dollar Tree, about to get some salt and vinegar chips, and then the Warhead soda. Hopefully they have the peach one here. I just didn't want to go to the one that I be working at, only because I'm like, girl, everybody don't need to see like me outside of work, girl. That's nobody's business. That's my business. Thank you. Thank you, boo-boo. But yeah, let's go on up in here and get some snacky snack, cause I'm a little hungry. You know, after you've ate as much as I ate with this wig, boo, you might still need a dessert. Baby, I am really loving this. I can't even lie. Ooh, am I about to turn into a wig girly? Am I about to start doing wig reviews now for y'all? Is this about to be a thing? Because this one is off Amazon, girl. And I didn't even do nothing. I literally just put a few little, also, all y'all saying the, did I already say that? Did I already tell you about the EPIN glue like that and everybody hating on it? That black one, I don't mind it, to be honest. TBH. Okay, girl, but I'm gonna need to do that because I want to take some pictures, some videos, and then I want to, take some pictures and videos, like walking videos, just me, like, in my outfit, and then I want to do like an outfit breakdown video, like where I got everything. You know, I'm trying to, this TikTok thing, girl, I'm gonna try to figure it out. I done made a list of videos video ideas that I could do, girl, because I am just, when it comes to TikTok, I feel like I'm just not TikTok savvy, girl. This YouTube thing I think is a little bit easier because I don't feel as like restricted, and I think I already am walking in here with the understanding that it's going to take a long time for like my YouTube career or anything like that to take off. But I think the problem with TikTok is like that instant gratification. I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't want that, because I do. You know what I mean? I do want the sorry, I felt like I had to get real proper there for a second. But I feel like I do want the, like, I don't necessarily want virality necessarily. I just want a strong community, you know what I mean? And I want, like, to be able to have a community that could transfer from platforms too. So realizing that, well, if you want them to transfer to platforms, you have to have like platform consistency, you know what I mean? And I want to take some pictures for Instagram because the wig is just like, wow, and I look really snatched right now. And I understand why all these girls be wearing these wigs, girl, because and I said I was gonna start wearing it come October, winter time and stuff like that, wear wigs, because you know I flat twisted this hair, girl, and it's not even good flat twist. It's 6 flat twists, I kid you not. And like the top 2 ones is coming out because I really should have done smaller ones. Next time I will, because you can kind of see right here, like whoop, that little dip. So maybe next time I'll do smaller ones. But I just was like, I just want to hurry up and like do my hair, you know what I mean? So honestly, today I did pretty good, because normally I will start a project and not finish, girl. But let's go up in here in Dollar Tree and get a little salt and vinegar chip. And I want to get the peach warhead soda. Kind of feeling like that, girl. Kind of feeling like that. I feel like I low-key look crazy with this. Another reason why I'm like hesitant, like I'm kind of yapping right now, is because people have already started, like, as they're walking past, have looked at me. And then it made me feel a little self-conscious about having my tripod. Okay, girl. Okay. Let's pull together. Let's do this. We're not going to let our social anxiety take over. Nada. Let's walk in here. Let's do this. Maybe the next clip I won't be talking to you as much. Maybe I'll just like gotta walk around. Okay. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's something about this girl, man. From around my way. Every time I hold back your feelings, but it just wouldn't say. But when I finally found the words to say, I wanted to run away. Simply run away. Can't try to run and hide. It won't make a difference. Can't lie to yourself. It hurts when it comes to attention, but you're in love. Before the double R, I had to hitchhike some. Her friends didn't like dudes like us, but I arrested the coochie and the feelings got caught up. Spiderweb sex must have got caught up, but there's more to it. I remember.
Hey y'all, so I didn't just get off work, but now I'm headed into Little Caesars to go get some dinner. Oh, hold on. I don't think there's nobody in here, and I feel like it'd be a little awkward having y'all on the phone, girl. Hold on. Hey y'all, so I don't remember the last clip on where I was at, but it might have, was it today? No, it wasn't today. It's 3:11 p.m. October 24th. It's on a Thursday. I'm about to mail this package from my mom, and because she has a what is it? I don't know if it's a Depop or if it's a eBay. I think she has like almost all the platforms where you can buy, sell, and trade stuff. Girl, this wig, period. You can't really see like. Okay, there you go. I'm about to say, because don't get it twisted. You can see the part, babe. But yeah, I'm about to mail this for her, and I think I'm gonna head to Virginia to see my friends. I'm missing my friends. So yeah, that's that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go into the post office first. I will take y'all into the post office with me. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna keep my bag on me just in case they try to say, "Girl, you can't be recording in here." You know how they be. What's going on? Look at my girl. I ain't recording y'all. I got the camera on me. But yeah, let's. Whew. Now, granted. Alright, let's go to this post office, girl. And I am on my cycle, so it is definitely a chill fit today. No problem. Alright, girl, let's go up in here. I don't know, I kind of feel like they're gonna say no. So, okay, I'm gonna call y'all after. They're getting me nervous. Okay, bye. Hey y'all, so it is, what day is it? It's Saturday, October 26th. I got my wig back on. I be taking it on and off, and now I kind of almost use this as like a glueless wig. The only reason why I got the band on is because I did add a little tiny bit of glue on the sides just so they can lay down as flat as possible. But for the most part, if I really wanted to, I really didn't need the glue. It was kind of more of a preference thing. But now I'm just kind of adding a little curl to the bottom of my hair. Just to kind of give it a, like, I don't necessarily want curls. I still kind of want that wavy-ish look, but not so, but a little more, not so frizzy. You know what I mean? Like, because my hair was, like, a little frizzy. She definitely was. So now I was like, let me go ahead and add like some curls. I'm gonna brush them out a little bit. But I just wanted to get rid of the frizz because I just was like, oh my gosh, girl, like this was like, but the girls didn't come out too, they're not coming out bad at all. But I just was like, for a second, I was like, oh, girl, this is not cute. Like, she is not cute right now. And so that's another reason why I'm not gonna pin them or nothing like that. I'm literally just gonna curl these things, and then like I told y'all before, I'm really trying to, you know, I felt like before, I've said this kind of in some other vlogs, but like I'm that person who has been afraid to ever talk about my dreams, not because like my dreams are, I think, are unrealistic or anything, only because I don't want to come across boastful, and I don't also want to put like on social media specifically, oh yeah, I want X, Y, and Z, or I want this, this, and this to happen, and it not come to fruition. You know what I mean? I feel like a part of me, like, it'd be like, dang, you're really exposing yourself to failure. But at the same time, what if I'm like actively like saying these things out loud for God to hear it? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, you know, just I want to take this, I'm trying to get this social media stuff together and stuff like that. And part of what I want to do, like content creation, like in becoming a content creator, you should be making quality content. You know what I mean? Like, one person, oh, that was a good curl. Hey, let me find out I'm really doing this thing. Let me try this one again. Part of becoming a content creator is creating quality content. Why would somebody want to watch you and your stuff like ain't, you know, appealing? And then I don't come across, like, not to say you gotta have like the you don't have to have like a Jackie Aina setup, you know what I mean? Where, because baby, that is a luxury. Okay, hello? But you don't have to have all that, but it shouldn't also be like, the best way to put it, I guess, for me and where I'm looking at my content is what I watch my content. And a lot of my content, I feel like, especially on TikTok, I wouldn't watch that, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be tuned in checking to see, oh, what she got going on, what she talking about. No. If I'm being 100% honest, I wouldn't. And that's because for me personally, I prefer higher quality content. It don't gotta be, like I said, Miss Jackie Anna now. It don't gotta be all that. But I know, like, okay, a prime example, like, so I can kind of, Avery Woods, or even like a Monet McMichael, you know what I mean? Like, where it's like, think of like Monet, like on the come up. So not to say her quality, her content is bad now, but I just feel like how her content was before, you know, she started getting that weird backlash for her boyfriend and stuff, and I think which kind of like made her become a little bit more reserved, understandably, because I mean, if the person you love and you could see yourself like spending the rest of your life with is continuously getting attacked on social media, not necessarily because of you, but you play a portion in why people are judging them so hard and judging you so hard, you know, I could understand becoming more reserved. But like how her content used to be, like where it was like, it's still very like good quality and stuff, but like you also feel like that's your girl, you know what I mean? Like that's my homegirl, we is like locked in. It's kind of how I want my content to give, you know what I mean? I want my content to kind of give like, you know, I'm y'all internet homegirl, you know what I mean? We is chit chat and we is talking and stuff like that, because I think that almost burnt myself. I think that's because like I feel like I had, even like looking at like, I don't want to like, not their content specifically, because I mean that's not my niche or my thing, but like the feeling that you like, a lot of us in our 20s, a lot of early 20-year-olds know Denzel Dion and Ricky Thompson and stuff like that, and like what they kind of provided for us, like feeling like, oh, these are our friends, you know what I mean? Like these are our friends who didn't change being black, you know what I mean, but were able to get into certain spaces or do certain things, but like you felt like they were, oh, that's my home, those are my homeboys, this is my homegirls, so that like for that, to be able to create that parasocial relationship, I think is kind of how I want my social media to be. But I just feel like, you know, I say also say because I feel like I'm kind of rambling, that's why I like my vlog a little bit more than being on TikTok, because I can ramble. I just want my like content to kind of, you know, be better. I want, you know, if somebody was looking at my content to actually be like, even if they weren't, even if they didn't know me, they would support me, because it's like, oh yeah, like I like what she's doing, you know what I mean? So trying to get better at my quality of content, and like mine is, and especially because the majority of my followers came from when I was an athlete and I was posting my hammer throws videos. Like, so that's a whole other thing, is like I'm really, while it shows that I have 16K followers and stuff like that, I'm really starting from the ground up, because a lot of those followers don't translate into my personal life and what I'm interested in. A lot of those followers came from the fact that people were interested in seeing a hammer thrower. We're interested in seeing, oh, what is that? You know, what is that sport and stuff like that. And I think eventually I would love to, like, you know, go, like, get some sort of brand deal or something like that and go to the Olympics and, like, be able to spread awareness of the hammer throw and stuff like that for people who don't know it. You know, I don't want to ever completely step away from track, you know what I mean? But that's not my, I'm actually kind of killing this thing. Hi, kitty. Should I be doing people's prom here? Hello? But, I don't necessarily ever want to truly step away from track, in the sense of like not talking about it or covering it, because it was a big portion of my life for a long time. That was my only goal for a long time in life, was to become a gold medalist in the Olympics. But I think now a part of me in this season of my life is that, while also trying to, of course, navigate while trying to just navigate life, burn myself, as a 22-year-old and stuff like that, I feel like a part of me is also like grieving a part of my life that I thought I would be doing forever, you know what I mean? And I think at the time when it was happening, I didn't have a chance to grieve it, because like I had to find a new school to go to, I had to find an apartment, I was like I was trying to get my life together, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have time to sit and think of like, dang, your life is really like, this part of us is over. You know what I mean? I didn't have that farewell goodbye tour. You know what I mean? It was very much, I got shit to do. I mean, sorry to like my language or whatever, but like I got stuff to do. I don't have time to think about what I'm losing in this moment. I gotta make something shake and I gotta get around. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't know about other people and stuff like that. But I say also say I just kind of want my my content to kind of eat down. Like I feel like my Instagram is like pretty much how I want it. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe I'll become a little more personal, interactive, but I feel like I want specific things for specific things. You know what I mean? Like I want my Instagram to be like specifically and like highly curated, you know what I mean, to an extent. And if you want to get more of my personality, you'll come to, wait, did I have it this way? I think so. I don't know. If you want more of my like more of me and to see like what I like, not to say I won't post my thoughts and opinions like on my story or something like that, but like if you're seeking out like the most of the most content you can get from me, you know what I mean, like, or the most of my personality, it won't be on Instagram, you know what I mean, like, because that's just, I don't know about other people, but I want that to be more of like where I post my fits, where I like can show y'all where to get certain things from me, like for instance, I'm kind of considering maybe like creating an Amazon storefront, because I feel like, especially when I was like doing track and field and stuff like that, like I could really put y'all on to some places to get some things, you know what I mean? But overall, yapping. You know, I want better quality content. I want, like, you know, people to want to watch and like tune in and be like, yo girl, like what's the tea? What's we talking about this week? What's life? Like, you know, catch up. Let's like, just when you come to my like YouTube for like specifically, so I want us to feel like, you know, we as girls, like this is our group chat and we just texting, you know what I mean? My TikTok, I kind of want to I want that to kind of be the merge between my Instagram and my YouTube, but I feel like I'm trying to find that balance. I'm trying to figure out what does that look like? What is that balance of sharing some but not too much? Because I'm definitely, well, I'm an introvert, I'm definitely an overshare. If we're friends and I'm looking at, like, for instance, I look at my vlog as I look at my vlog, what are you trying to say, girl? Talk. What are you trying to say? Oh, I look at my vlog as like a FaceTime, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm a girl who loves a good FaceTime call. I don't know about other people, but I do love being on FaceTime. Or even just in person. Like, I'm on the phone or in person type of person. Like, I love that. I love feeling like, you know, we're connected. I suck at texting. Everybody who knows me knows that. Like, I have a few people who I'm like, yo, we would be in a much better place in our friendship if like we lived closer together, so that I could actually see you and I wouldn't have to rely on texting. Because I feel like a lot of my friends, like, well, honestly, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my friends is FaceTime friends, but I feel like they also wouldn't mind texting. I'm somebody who, girl, call me. You need me, call me. I will answer a call. Don't get it twisted. Now, the only time I don't answer is like y'all seen if I'm on the phone with my man, or if I'm at work, or if I'm like in the midst of doing something. I'm probably not going to answer you, but more than likely, especially if I haven't heard from you, I'm definitely going to be that person to be like, girl, I'm going to call y'all back so that I can call somebody else. You know what I mean? That's just me. But long story short, trying to figure out this content thing. So I slapped my wig on today because I want to film some content for TikTok. Like, I want to do a little thing of like outfits I wear on my period. Some of my favorite fall outfits right now. It's gonna be, for each of them, it's just gonna be five outfits or like that. But even with creating more quality content, that's also in how I look. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with my fro. Let me make that very clear. There's nothing wrong if you have braids or anything. No, I'm not saying any of that. But right now, I don't have like my braids freshly done. You know what I mean? I got flat twists up underneath this wig that look crazy, that I'm not trying to take out because I know I was gonna wear my wig at some point this upcoming week. You know what I mean? So, for me, I just feel like, you know, I've noticed like, okay, look at, not like to some might be a smaller creator of that, but she does have her solid core fan base of that. Kaya Monique has like, she keeps her hair done. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna really catch her bad day of a wig would look like this wig right now. You know what I mean? Like, but it also helps that outfit. So, like, as much as we sometimes like to act like, you know, certain parts don't matter or like that, certain things can also really enhance whatever you're doing, your look, your outfit, and so that. If I'm trying to create some fashion content, you know what I mean? Like, I need to kind of do something to this hair. So, but I feel like wigs have kind of, as a natural hair girly, like my whole life, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely am starting to become a wig stan. Also, I might have to redo some on this side because, like I said, I wanted that wavy thing, but these are more curly, so I might touch up a few on that. Or maybe I'll just let these ones fall. I'll probably just let these ones fall, or they just gotta fall a little bit. But I am gonna touch up a few of these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna touch up a few. But not like too much, girl. But yeah, I just wanna if I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this content creation thing, I think a part of me, I was always that person who like would give 110% to stuff, but I think after track it really affected a certain level of my confidence. Like, cause it was a multitude of things that really affected my confidence. Coming off of bad friendships, coming off of abusive relationships, coming off of just coming off of like a very transitional point where I was that person who was always so sure of themselves, and then to be in positions to where I'm like, I really don't know what's next. I don't know who I am in this moment. I don't know what, not who I am, but what does this version of myself look like, I think was a very hard thing for me to grasp. Like most people in their 20s, but I think now I'm kind of like trying to figure out like, okay, who are we? And like, let's try to, rather than just going with the flow, yes, but also let's make an active practice of, I know in my head who I want to be, what I want things to look like, all these different things. Okay, well, let's start doing those things. You know how people say like, okay, if you know that you like basically put into practice certain habits now for the person that you see yourself being later, because everything, like who that person is tomorrow is based off of the actions that I do today. So now I'm like, okay, I've always wanted to do content creation, and I was always afraid of like what people, it was easier to do content creation and say I wanted to do that before when I was doing track and field, because it looked like, oh, you're just kind of like trying to get sponsorships and deals or whatever like that, and you're trying to like show people more of your life. It was easier to do that then. Now I'm feeling like, okay, you're a regular person. What are you doing that for? And actually having to say, no, I want to do content creation, not just to fit one part of me, but I just want to do it. Why not? So, yeah, girl, the wig, I still say, the whole wig moment for me right now is like, one, it's easier to deal with my hair. Like, as I'm in this transitional point with my hair where it's like growing out and figuring itself out, I feel like it's a little bit easier, but it also helps. And not even just like straight wigs or nothing like that, or wavy wigs. No, also like the curly wigs. So I just feel like sometimes wigs are a little bit, for me at least, I'm starting to see like I'm definitely about to become a wig girl. At least I might have a wig moment, because it definitely can help, you know, make stuff look a little polished. And when you don't feel like doing your hair, you slap that wig on that is done. Boom. And so I want my especially like with my fashion content that I'm starting to try to make and stuff like that, like I don't want to give, yes, we can chit chat, we can laugh and go ha 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 hee, but I also want to be respected as like, you're not just a big girl who's funny, but you're a big girl who's actually bad, who's actually pretty, who's like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes in the midst of because there's nothing wrong with being those things, intersectionality, you know what I mean? Those things can both be true at the same time, but I feel like a lot of times people don't allow big people to exist in just being pretty or just being handsome or just being attractive, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times our personality has to kind of like kind of show more so that people will take that aspect of us serious, because a lot of people don't want to admit that they could find a big person attractive, that they could be with a big person. I almost feel like, I don't know if y'all ever watched the game, but like when Malik was dealing with was she like a news person in there or whatever like that? When he was dealing with the heavyset woman and stuff like that, and like for a minute was trying to grapple with the idea of how people would perceive him for being with a big girl. I feel like I want my content to give like almost like one person I feel like balances out of what I'm trying to say. Like two people I feel like is like Courtney. I want to say it's Courtney J, and like Ricky. Ricky and her are two, and Courtney are two people who like I feel like really balance out. Like don't get it twisted. I'm a bad bitch. Like I am bad, but I'm also funny. I'm also creative. I'm also all these different things of that. But like I feel like people are just now starting to come around to the fact that I can look at them to be just as bad as like a Monet McMichael, or just as cool as Monet McMichael, or Alex Earl, or all these different people, and they're heavyset, you know what I mean? And they're like, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling right now, but hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. I don't want to just give, I want to give bad B. I want people to be like, you know, that's a bad B right there. Like that ain't nothing to play with right there. You know what I mean? Not to say you have to go off of anybody's like view of yourself. I'm not saying that. I just would like eventually, because I feel like especially like I can only speak to my experiences and stuff like that. For a long time in school and stuff like that, I was, whether it was college or high school, people didn't give me that like validation of you're actually bad. You know what I mean? It was always like, oh, you're the funny friend, you're the cool friend, you're so dope and stuff like that. And then like later on I would get the you're pretty and stuff like that. But like it was never that initial action of, oh, you're funny and you're bad. You know what I mean? Those things are like intersecting. So I just kind of want my content to start kind of being that. You know what I mean? Like this bad B who's like super relatable but funny or whatever like that. But like she's, don't get it twisted, she ain't ugly by no means. Oh, period. I like that. Now, let's kind of shake these out, though. Okay, I got, like... And I want that to... Because I want to do, like, the little, like, pull-out, little sideburn type thing. Because I naturally have sideburns and stuff like that, but, like, these ones just stick out. I just kind of like that look. Oh, this was cute, girl. Let me find out. I know how to do some hair. Okay, this side is like really cute though. Like, but I do want it to kind of like, okay, can we like shake out a little bit? Because I want it to get wavy. I want it to get kind of wavy, girl. This side, I really think, I don't want to redo it, but I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to. But I also am like, okay, I'm just gonna redo a few top pieces. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy, because I wanted to give a little bit of volume. Like, I don't know, I'm new to all this stuff, so there might be a term for what I'm looking for. I wanted to give how the other side does, where it's curly or whatever, a little wavy, but just like volume that's not super frizzy. I like frizz when it's like my fro. I don't like frizz when it's like these wigs. So, but like I just want that like, oh, okay, like it's a cute curl. She's a cute wavy curl. Baby, I want you tonight. Baby, the feeling's so right. You and your loving. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop this clip, and then we just gonna go into a clip like where, like how I had it in the last vlog, like when I was doing my I was in the car and just kind of vibe out to some music, a few clips of the music, whatever like that, girl. Because right now I kind of want to listen to some music. So I'm going to call y'all back. We're just going to vibe out to some tunes for a second. Yeah. Belong to me, it's like home to me. What? It's like home to me. Oh, okay, so when I put the wig on the other day, it didn't feel so wiggy. I feel like today it feels like, girl, like this is a wig. I don't know how to explain. Like I try to just do like not even like a real baby hair situation type of thing, but like not to say like, okay, duh, I'm pretty sure people aren't dumb. Like, you know, they're gonna be able to tell, or they may be able to tell that it's a wig or whatever like that, or maybe not. But like my natural hair, you know, I was trying to get it like, but I don't want it to feel like girl, not only is that a wig, but like that's a bad wig. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, the curls did fall, so now they're like the wavy type of situation. I got Parker. He loves these little bacon wrapped, oh no, chicken wrapped sweet potato snacks, whatever. So I got them for my baby. And now I'm about to have some chicken something from Sonic. And newest addiction, my camera's about to die, so I'm trying to talk fast. Newest addiction is the dragon fruit Red Bull refresher thing. I went and got this one from Dollar Tree just because I had drank so much of this. I was like, okay, let me fill it up. And they didn't have a dragon fruit one, so I just went and got my huge. But the dragon fruit one's actually pretty good. I really don't like dragon fruit, the fruit itself, but the bomb. So I'm gonna charge this camera and then I'm gonna hit y'all back after I eat. Maybe tomorrow, honestly. But the hair, we're looking very cutesy, very demure. Yeah, okay, call you back. Morning, y'all. It is 6 a.m. or what time? It is 6:51 a.m. I'm walking Parker, and it's Sunday. And you know what? I was like, let me be transparent with y'all. I said this would be like my FaceTime. Y'all be my girls. We're going to go through life. So you know what? Let's be real. A few months ago, I had, what did I do? Oh, I had started going to church more. I started being more, how do you say it? Like, I was reading my word more. I'm not even trying to make this seem like all perfect and, you know, whatever. I was really, like, practicing, you know what I mean, like walking out, I'll say it that way, walking out my walk with God, you know what I mean. I wasn't being lackadaisical with it. I was being intentional with my walk with God. I was really, you know, genuinely trying to be like, I wouldn't even say the best Christian, really like the best follower of Christ that I could be, you know what I mean. And I had went to Singapore, and I did not go to church while I was at Singapore. I did not open my Bible while I was in Singapore. I did not, quite honestly, I don't even think I opened my Bible at I was in Singapore. And coming back, I think there was a bit of shame in that for me, where I was like, it wasn't like I was out here, like, when I went to Singapore, I wasn't turning up or doing nothing or nothing like that, but I knew I could feel my little wedge with God, you know what I mean, where I wasn't being diligent and adamant in even praying every day. I wasn't speaking to God every day. I wasn't, and I think that little wedge brought on a lot of shame for me, you know, and after that, when I came back, I did not go back to church because of the shame that I felt, you know what I mean? And I sat there and I let that, stop me from getting back with my church family. And, and I started, like, after that, I started trying to make every excuse as to why I couldn't or would not go to church, you know what I mean? Before, there were times where my account would be on negative, and I'd be like, well, I at least got a quarter of a tank of that. When after church, I'll go in DoorDash, you know what I mean? I'll make a way, whatever. And to some, I'm not going to tell nobody that you need to be in church or that you need to da-da-da. For me, I know that I needed that community. I know that I needed to be around other believers of Christ, you know what I mean? Like, to help me not stray away, to help me, you know what I mean, understand the word, to help me, like, even just to have other people who understood that this walk isn't easy, you know what I mean, and be able to talk with somebody about it. And so, I say blah, 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 blah. I have definitely strayed away, you know what I mean? And so, it's Sunday, and I'm going to go back to church. It's been, the last time I went was probably June. And now granted, to some people are like, oh, that's not long, da 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 da. But coming from somebody who made it a point every Sunday, I was like, even on days where I was like, I don't feel like going, At that time, I truly stopped making excuses, you know what I mean? And I want to get back to being that person I was when I was going to church. I was going to church, I was going to Bible study. I was genuinely active in community with other Christ believers, you know what I mean? I was in community with other people who, like, could help me, if I'm being honest. And, like, because I didn't want to go, I wanted to truly change my life, you know what I mean? I truly want to, and I think I've definitely, like, I think there's definitely a bit of fear or hesitancy in that, and stuff like that, like, oh, what are people going to think? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to, you know what I mean? Like, not that I was out here, again, not that I was out here doing nothing, like, insane, but even then, it doesn't require you to do something insane to create a wedge with God, you know what I mean? There are people who go to church every Sunday and know that there's a wedge between them and God, because of maybe their daily practices, you know what I mean? And I was like, I remember when I started, like, because there was a point where I didn't smoke, I didn't eat gummies, I completely cut out weed in my life, like, you know what I mean? There was a point where I had, being real here with y'all, okay? Can we be real for a second? Can we talk? Can we chit-chat? There was a point where I completely stopped masturbating and everything like that. Like, because I didn't have that urge anymore. And I'm not going to tell nobody that's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not going to tell you what God's supposed to convict you of. You know what I mean? That's not my vibe. That's not my steez. For me, I was convicted of those things, and I completely cut those out like it was nothing. When I came to God and I laid it at His feet, and I feel like the more that there was a strain between me and God, I felt like there was, like, when I wasn't talking to Him daily, when I wasn't opening my word, when I wasn't, like, including Him in every decision that I made, I started to feel like all of a sudden those urges and stuff like that became harder to ignore, harder to break, harder, like, and when they say you truly can't, I don't know about other people, but I'm just going to say for me, you truly can't live without God and live the best life that He has called you to live. That, for me, that's my belief system. I can't tell you, but for me, I can't live without God. You know what I mean? I can't do this life without Him. And for these past couple months, I'm going to be honest with you, I truly have been trying to. Because when it came down to, like, God being like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, you, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You know what I mean? It's time. We're going to have to start making them hard decisions, which for me is discipline. You're going to have to start being disciplined in this. If this isn't one of those things you can easily get out of. When I was younger, I was easily disciplined. Like, it took nothing for me to be disciplined in something. But I think after ending track and stuff like that, I felt like, because I felt like so much of my identity was gone, I was like, well, can I be disciplined? Am I these things, or was it because I was forced in these proximity and stuff like that? You know what I mean? And now, excuse me, now I genuinely feel like, I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm ready, because I feel like in your walk with God, or I'm not going to say with anybody, I'm going to just say for me, because I don't want to project anything on anybody and make anybody feel pressured that this is how they're supposed to experience things or feel things. In my walk with God, I think it's going to be like having kids. I can prepare as much as I want to, but there's really never going to be a point where I'm like, I am 100% ready to do everything that you call me to do and everything that you asked me to do with no fear. Capitalize that, no fear. You know what I mean? Like, because even back then, there was always a bit of fear, but I would tell myself, and I would pray to God, and I would ask Him, I'd be like, you know what? Turn that fear into excitement. Remove my hesitancy. No, don't pee on that pumpkin. Remove my fear of hesitancy to completely just dive into you and everything that you have me do. But I feel like in order for me to navigate these next couple of seasons, well, actually no, so for me to navigate the rest of my life, I'm gonna need Him. You know what I mean? Like, me and my boyfriend discussed marriage. How am I gonna have and this is, again, me, I'm not talking about nobody else, because when you come to my page, you don't have to be a believer of Christ. I welcome anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit up here and push or shy away from nobody. You know what I mean? These are just my belief systems. But for me, I felt like, how am I going to have a healthy marriage that God isn't at the base of. Like, we both, when we met each other and stuff like that, said like that was important to us. And I think, you know, it's easy to say that in the beginning. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, before I met him, I wasn't having sex. I was like, I'm not having sex before marriage and stuff like that. And then, I'm gonna be real, slipped up and, you know, fail. Girl, I'm just being real. I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat with y'all, because I'm 22 and, you know, I feel like I want to look. I ain't Emmy yet, you know what I mean, and I ain't Jackie Perry. I'm not the most sanctified person in the world yet, you know what I mean. I can only give y'all where I'm at, and we can figure out this walk together, y'all. But before him, I wasn't having sex with that, and he respected that, and he was fine with that. He was like, okay, we're like, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, I initiated when it came down to it. When it was time to really be like, okay, girl, we not doing this, girl, folded. So, you know, I'm gonna be real. I'm just trying to, I'm at a point now to where I'm like, you know, I don't want to be in and out. I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want to, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm not going to backslide again. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to mess up. I'm not going to, be whatever. But you know what? If this vlog is meant to, like, be a point where I look back on my 20s and look back on my, on my life and be able to document my progress in life, that's a big portion of my life, you know what I mean? Let's go, Parker. No, we're not crossing that street. And if my belief systems do offend you, or you feel uncomfortable by my belief systems, then by all means, you know, there are other videos to, you know, click off and click onto and stuff like that. I can only do my best, you know what I mean? But girl, yeah, so to say, we are going to church today. I'm walking Parker. My church is about a little under an hour away, and one thing about it I can say is I think all believers of Christ are different in many beautiful ways, and that's why, you know, we're a body of Christ, you know what I mean? We're all different, you know, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I'm not somebody who likes to blame the enemy or the devil on a lot of stuff, because to me personally, I don't believe, again, my belief systems, not yours. If God, the enemy or the devil can't operate without God giving it okay, you know what I mean? And I believe there's a lot of times where we want to blame the enemy or the devil, and he ain't have to do nothing. He didn't have to, quite honestly, he didn't even have to tempt you. You went out and sought the temptation. You know what I mean? Like, let's be 100. Let's be real. You know what I mean? There are times where he didn't have to even put a steak in front of you, because you went and drove to the steak. He was like, I'm craving a steak today. Let me go get that steak. You know what I mean? And I believe, like, my recent backsliding stuff that had nothing to do with the enemy or the devil or nothing like that. I believe that was me. My fear of what my life would look like to truly devote my life to Christ, and what that meant I would have to remove, and what that meant I would have to eliminate from my life, and all these different things and stuff, you know what I mean? And the judgment of walking with Christ from other people that I think I was afraid of. Because while there's and I can only speak to my experience and stuff like that, there is a judgment from other Christians or believers of Christ, I would even say too. There's a judgment at times of other people's walks and stuff like that with the Lord, and them backsliding or X, Y, and Z. But then there's also a judgment from your peers, especially I would say in your early 20s and stuff like that, or the people around you who, I'm not going to say you, around me, let me claim my feelings and my experiences. I felt like there was also a judgment from friends and peers of mine and stuff like that who was not where I was at, but also who did not want to be, you know what I mean? And looked at me funny like, oh, now all of a sudden you all holier than thou, so that, and I didn't want to come across, because I don't want, just based on my beliefs, me to ever make anybody feel judgment or anything like that. Like, that's not me. that's not my job. And quite honestly, the way I look at it is, and this is again my belief systems, this could change later on, so but I believe that it's not my job to judge you. My job is to love you to the absolute best of my ability through God. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the best that I could do. You know what I mean? I can't sit up here and judge you, because if no sin is greater than the other, then what I look like judging you? You know what I mean? And I started to feel like a lot of pressure from others around me, like, where I felt like at times, sometimes my mere presence of being in certain situations or being in certain places, there was a bit of judgment in that. There was a bit of like, oh, you still going to our kickback? I wouldn't be drinking, I wouldn't be smoking, but it was still like, but you still here though. You ain't no better than nobody. Never said I was. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of felt like that. And I felt like, now I feel like I'm a little bit more mature, not even just in my faith or whatever that, because I don't feel like that, but just mature in my life, to where I'm like, you know what, having that understanding that if that is how somebody views me, I can't change your viewpoint on me if you never even get a chance to ask me a question or seek understanding from me. You know what I mean? If that's the case, Parker, let's go. Come on. See, he get to doing this sometimes, like, where he don't feel like walking back or walking home or whatever, so he'll start trying to sniff random things. Before, on the beginning of this walk, you only sniffed where you wanted to pee. Now all of a sudden you sniffing a rock. Don't play with me. But, you know, girl, I want to be diligent. I want to be intentional about my walk with God. I'm not going to sit up here and tell nobody else how their walk with God needs to be and all those different things. But I will say that I just, you know, and again, I also go to a Pentecostal church. I wouldn't consider myself to be a Pentecostal Christian. I would say I'm more non-denominational than anything, but I will say one thing about, a lot of people have a lot of criticism and scrutiny about Pentecostal churches or Southern Baptist churches, which I've also grew up in a Southern Baptist church. One thing that we also don't like to acknowledge is, while yes, I'm not going to sit up here and act like there are not negatives or whatever, but there's going to be that to everything you do in life, you know what I mean? There's always going to be something, you know what I mean, that's not necessarily perfect in life. But the difference, I would say, for me, come on, Parker, let's go. The difference, I would say, with me, why I know that this is where I need to be right now, is because one thing that I feel like a lot of Pentecostal and Baptist churches teach you, that I feel like a lot of other churches don't always do, is discipline in your faith. True discipline in your faith. I can't speak to other places and other churches, but I feel like, while I don't believe all non-denominational churches are lackadaisical, I will say that I do believe that they are. No, I do believe that they are a bit more laxed in like, at least in my experiences, because I can't speak to nobody else, but they were a bit more lax in discipline, like, with God and with your faith, you know. And I believe right now this is where I need to be. I need to be in a place that, like, is more stern on, if this is going to be your walk with God, then you need to walk it out. Don't sit up there and say this is your walk, but you sitting down. You know what I mean? But yeah, girl, so we about to get ready for church. I'm thinking I'm gonna wear the ADRI stage dress, but as a top. Well, I'm gonna wear this collared shirt that I have, and then I'm gonna wear the ADRI stage dress, the maxi dress or mid-axi dress on over top of it, but I'm gonna, like, just button it up, kind of like like maybe like 3 buttons or something. Have that as a top, and then I think I'm gonna wear my Jinko jeans, and I'm debating if I'm gonna wear a sneaker or a heel, because I love a good heel. Like, especially, I feel like, I don't know, it just gets grown, you know what I mean? I love a good heel now. But do I want to be in praise and worship standing on that heel? And I'm sorry, I can't speak to nobody else, but the way my mom and my aunt were, well, I don't know my mom. My aunt, she would, well, no, she didn't take her heels off. She would always have her slippers or that for afterwards. But them women, I mean, in stilettos, pumps, in the club, hello, they definitely had their they weren't those women who took their heels off and was like, oh my gosh, my feet hurt. No, we talking about 6-inch stilettos, especially my mom. My mom loved a good 6-inch, like, before she had foot surgery and stuff, she loved a good 6-inch stiletto. My mom was not walking with her heels in her hand. No. She would come home in those same heels that she was in. You know what I mean? And those were, like, quite honestly, my mom wore stilettos everywhere. Like, it wasn't even like a club thing. I think the shortest heel that she had at one point was maybe 4 inches. I think maybe like 4.5, 5. Girl, period. But yeah, let me get on up in here with Parker Bean. And we gonna, he's already been walked. I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna stop and go get gas. And head to church, girl. Woo! I'm gonna show y'all my outfit too before we leave. Okay, bye y'all, call y'all back. Hey y'all, so this is the OOTD. I got my Tsuki, those on. I got my Jinko jeans on. I got this top from Shein on. I have ADRI Stays, the brand. Today I'm using it as like more of a coat than a dress, but this is the mid-axi dress. It's really form-fitting, so if I wanted to, I could wear it as a dress. Wig, Amazon, and I think I'm gonna do some pink lip gloss. But I did want to say, for my little spiel a few seconds ago, for me it's been like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. One thing that helps me feel comfortable in any setting, whether it's church, whether it's anywhere, and I feel any type of hesitancy or I feel any type of fear and stuff like that, is what I wear. I truly believe that what you wear can impact how you feel. And I believe in wearing my clothes. That's why with my brand ADRI Stays, this isn't like a promotion thing, I'm just, with my brand, I want pieces that it's never just one, it's whatever you wear that clothing item to be. For instance, this is a dress. It is now a coat. I was gonna do a little button moment, but I feel like that kind of gave, when I buttoned it up earlier, it kind of gave like Matrix vibes because of the collar shirt underneath. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Y'all see the little, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call y'all back after church. Hey y'all, so I just got out of, well, I didn't just get out of church. I just arrived to the spot I'm gonna eat breakfast at, and when I tell you one thing about God, I'm telling you, when if you listen to him, and when it's time to come on back home, come on back. When it's time, sometimes he might have to drag you in. He might be like, oh, grab you by that neck, come in. But other times when you just trust him and you walk in what he's saying, like, today was good. I don't need to go into depth because everybody don't need to know my business or like that. But like, being back with my church family, even just seeing their faces and me over there, like in my head, when I walked in, I was all worried and stuff because I'm always somebody. Now before, I used to sit up at the front so that because can't really see like that. Didn't know at the time that I couldn't really see. Girl, we don't need to talk about my vision. But I used to sit up at the front row, that second row, third row maybe. And one thing about it, I can barely snap. I can't do a two-step to save my life, you know what I mean? But to even be welcomed back and be like, oh my gosh, where you been? We missed you and stuff like that. Like, to feel like, I've been to mega churches, and there's nothing wrong with mega churches. I want to be very clear. But for me, being around my church family, and like I know that I prefer a more smaller, intimate. Excuse me. I prefer a small, intimate church where your pastor knows who you are, your elders know who you are, and they reach out and they call you. You know what I mean? Like I love that, and even having elders or women who I can look after and stuff like who, you know, are there to help and guide and stuff. It's just wonderful. But yeah, you know, if I'm gonna be here bare minimum at least for the next 2 years because of my ultrasound technician program, I'm doing the prerequisites right now, but I don't know if it's I think it might be the entire program itself is 18 months, not including your prerequisites. So if I'm gonna be here, I might as well try to like get in touch with, you know, my folks and build my community. You know what I mean? Part of doing that is I felt like for so long I had such a excuse me, I had such a unpleasant view of Virginia. Like I repped it as far as being able to say, oh, this is where I come from, you know what I mean? But as far as to say, this is my place, this is my people, like, and enjoy it. I think it was easier for me to glamorize Arizona to an extent because, you know, I wasn't from there. You know, it was a different scenario for that. So now, me being an adult, now it's like, okay, let me try to make the steps to actively change how I view it, because I was viewing it as a point of a child's view, plus I didn't have a car, plus I didn't have a license or nothing like that. So now that I'm able to actually explore Virginia, let's explore Virginia, let's see Virginia, let's see, like, especially specifically the 757 area, you know what I mean? And so I just looked up a random place to go get food. So we are at Sunrise Breakfast shop. And we about to, I just wanted to, like, I want to find like little coffee shops or diners and places. Even when I was in Fort Dodge, Iowa, excuse me, even when I was in Fort Dodge, Iowa, I super enjoyed super enjoyed having my little mom and pop diners that I went to, and that's a very small place. If you ever been to Fort Dodge, or you've been in Iowa and you know of Fort Dodge, or what's the other one? Hubble something. Iowa, like, if you ain't in Ames or Des Moines, stuff, there's a lot of small towns in Iowa and stuff, and I was in one of them. And, you know, I just want to say, like, just lean into your community. Lean into your community. And I know some people, you're trying to find a community, you're trying to find places of that. My first step I would always recommend to people is start going to churches and stuff and find a place. But also, you know, go to your local coffee shops, go to thrift stores, go to or like pizzerias, or just places where there are people, and say hello. Meet people, engage with people, get to know people, you know. But let me stop my ranting and raving and get up in here. I want to watch a podcast and just kind of be with me. Okay. I might call y'all back in there just to show y'all the food. Alright, call y'all back. So I find myself in random places. Just got done eating. I went to a CHKD thrift store, and now I'm in a vintage... Wow, I didn't even see the ceiling. Now I'm in like a vintage store. Just looking at some things. Me and Bookie Bear just have been talking about like how we would want to design things, how we would want stuff to look. So now we were just kind of going over some things, looking, and I was like, you know, let's see what we can get secondhand first, because I don't mind stuff that everybody has. I'm not one of those people, like, but at the same time, I'm not just going to buy something because it's something that everybody does not have, you know what I mean? I want to get stuff that, like, is also cool, you know? I ain't seen nothing. Oh, they have airplanes and stuff in this room. Maybe I should get my uncle one. See, look. I don't know where I'm at, bro. It's called Trixie's Vintage Store or something. Oh, let me look at them. This one's a little scraped up. Let me get him one of these planes. I would like it to be like a nicer looking plane. Use the head of aviation at Hampton University. And so I was like, oh, let me get him something. Hello?
How was church?
Good.
Did you learn anything new?
I wouldn't say anything I didn't already know.
What was the message today?
Vlog, hold on. Oh, Caleb called. But now we are heading into VA Vintage Thrift Store. Or Vintage Shop or whatever. I don't know what this is called. VA Vintage American Awards. So, yeah, I just kind of feel like looking at some vintage places. Also, can y'all see me in the reflection? I got a few compliments today on the OOTD. Period. Ooh, girl, that sounded bad. Oh wait, we should have. Oh no, American Awards is different things. VA Vintage is another place. And service animals only. Blah 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 blah. La 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 la. Okay, let's see what it's talking about. Let's see what these candles are talking about. These are by Old Crow Co. I love that they have the twisted lid. This ain't bad, it ain't my thing. Pumpkin spice latte. If you like pumpkin spice latte, you'll love that. Not my cup of tea. Yuletide? What's this called? Okay, I like that. I feel like I put this like, but I'm not a candle person. Like if I have mine, they're gonna be on warmers. I'm not gonna burn them. I guess girl was like, what is that? What is that? What is that? Look at these guys. Let's take Spooky Bear. Hold up. Cool. October 20th. Excuse me. Ooh, my favorite. La 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 la. See that crow girl? We're being very residential, very first lady. Alright, y'all. I'm not seeing nothing. Oh wait, these are cute. Cat's candles. Lavender. Lemon blueberry crumble. I ain't getting no type of lemon nothing. But they're so cute, look.
He has like 7 of the exact same ones.
You should get a map.
Look at that. That's so cute.
I think you had to get small for him too.
He's bigger than Zoe.
I think mom's gonna get mad. I'm buying more toys.
Right here. Let's go. Right, y'all, not exactly a success. That was a very in and out moment. I don't know. I like thrift stores a little bit more than vintage shops, only because like vintage shops, I feel like you might have, or like you're kind of looking for touch-up pieces to your home. You know what I mean? It's how I would look at that. Like you already have a lot of the bigger stuff. At least here in Virginia. When I was in Arizona, they have like bigger vintage places and stuff like that. So, whew. The hair is giving though, like period. Right. Let me call y'all back because I gotta figure out what I'm about to do. I'm trying not to get copywritten in here, but so it's probably gonna be quick. I'm gonna just show y'all around, or I might actually mute the clips. But I'm in DAV thrift store, DAV thrift store, and yeah. So here's where we're gonna start the muting of the clips and just walking around and showing y'all. Okay. Love y'all. Call you back.
I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friend, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind, and my body. My mind, my mind, my body. My body says my mind, and my heart. My body says I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but you got me going crazy. This is you, it's so amazing. How long can you go, baby? At last to my body's.
Y'all, so I realized I did not close the vlog out. So this is gonna also be like the start of the next vlog. I'm like slid in. Okay. So I hope everybody has a great week. Make sure to open your Bible. Make sure to read your Bible. Make sure to, you know, drink your water. I'm trying to do all of these things myself. All right, y'all. Call you. Well, actually, no, it's the end. Let me have a hair on the little microphone thing. I'm trying to do all those things myself. So until next time, y'all. TTYLXOX.